Greetings, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Yes, do I look strange? I am strange. I am strange. Let me show you the back of my outfit here. I'm not going to be able to stay here long because I am dressed for the cold. I'm very heavily dressed. And let me turn back around. And there you can see me. I am wearing boots and gloves and everything and a hood. And we're going to the surface. Mr. Villager! I hope you like it, Mr. Villager. I love it. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And I'll just show the back again and around. And I just am very happy. Mr. Villager made me a new skin. Yay! Yes, you did. Made me a new skin specifically for me to go to the surface.
What lovely weather today.
And I just love it. I love it. I'm so happy. So I have a wonderful, really tall shirt scarf around my neck. You can see my hair. You can see the coat, the hood that I have on the back. You can see the coat part, and then the lower layer, which is just beautiful, and I love it. I love it. I love it so much. I love it. So we're going to go out. Let me change my view. We're going to go to the surface, and I'm really hoping that Zaph sees what we're going to do so that he'll be able to join us. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down. Now, when I do this, of course, I'm not in what you just saw me in. I would absolutely have to pack all that away and then just be in something that I can wear in the water, and then when I come out I can slip on all of the things. I love the scarf. I love it. I absolutely do. I love the scarf very much, and I just love the whole thing, so I'm ecstatically happy with it. So people are going to bed, but we are going to the land. Now, we've been to the land before. You can see on the map that we've been as far, I don't see any indications, but we've been as far in this direction right here, where we found a little village area. We found some, there's our little village right there. And there's some wonderful hills up here. We've actually been to these hills. They're not showing right now, but we have been up there. And, but I think what I want to do is, I think I want to try and go in this direction and see how far the ocean goes in this direction. So right here, that doesn't seem, that's maybe an iceberg right there. It says it's an ice block. Why don't we teleport to this ice block for a minute? And we just teleported to that ice block. And so now it's showing our map out this way. So we can see that there's land ho in this direction right here. Why don't we go in that direction? So let's escape. Let's get out of here. This is where we teleported to. And I'm trying to see if I can. There's land right over there. So we're going to head over in that direction for a minute. This is nowhere near us. So even though these trees look like the trees near us, it actually isn't near us. And look, ooh, Is that actually black ice even here? Okay, wait a minute. How far away am I from, look how far away I am, and look where the black ice is. Now where am I? Let me see. Look, there's actually black ice in this area. Whoa. Escape. I'm doing this one because I didn't get a chance to do yesterday's stream. Tuesday is my normal afternoon stream around this time. Look at this. This is just thick spruce forest. This looks like spruce, and it is in fact thick spruce forest in this area here. Now, thick spruce forest would of course give us the opportunity to do something like Norse, like the Norse ones. Ooh, look what we found. We found another ruler. Now we know why they're in this boat, this ship, because there's black ice over there. So that means when the tsunami happened, they used this. Look, you can see it's melted the ice. It's almost like it came through the ice, which is really quite amazing. Let's come over here. We're going to look in this area for just a moment and see what we see. But this is kind of what we're doing. We're kind of looking. These flowers are they're silent gems flowers that light up, which are really pretty. And so we have those flowers as part of where we are. I'm not really looking to go into some place. Whoa! What is that? Whoa! Look at that on the hill. Holy good night. There it is. There's another one of those castles. Now that castle hasn't been damaged. See? That's what they're supposed to look like. And that one hasn't been damaged, although it does look really strange sitting here like this, doesn't it? Wow. But yeah, this one isn't damaged the way the other one is. And what do we have here? This is very cold where we are. It's cold weather. And this is the thing, if I had people in an area like this, we would absolutely have to have Norse clothing on. We would indeed. So let's go back to the water for a second. Notice how slow it is to fill in. So I'm still not on the server. I'm looking forward to being on a server, but I'm not on a server now. So you can see this is what happens. I could go to the end of the world and with this the way it is, because this isn't filled in. But this is quite fascinating. I'm just looking at this area. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, almost 4. And we're finding big spruce forests, of course, because where we are is still snow country. Where am I on this map? Why aren't you showing me? Interesting. Because I'm way up here. So see, there is that castle on the hill. And I don't see anything interesting. There's snow going in the direction I'm facing. The way I'm facing, the way the arrow has me pointing, it looks like there are snow mountains or something. There they are. And there's the snow mountains, okay? Coming up here. And in here, this would be pretty intense. I mean, we could do spruce and Norse in these mountains here and have people living in the mountains. But then how did they get down? How did they get up here in the first place? It's gorgeous, but how did they get down? And what would I be using? What would be the reason for their being up here? For their being up here. I don't have a story yet for that. That looks like a sunken right there. What do we have here? We have more mountains. See how slow? So this is the reason for the server. That I would absolutely need a server in order to do anything with this. Do you see that? Do you see that? Ooh, that is pretty. Is it a waterfall? Ah, yes it is. Okay, let's come down. It's a waterfall. How far down does it go? And what's the rest of it like? We might need some torches, mightn't we? Why don't we get some? Let's ask for some torches. And let's look and see what we need. Oh, do we need a torch launcher? Do I have a torch launcher anymore? I used to have one, but it doesn't look like they came over to Neo. They did not. So I don't have a launcher, but let's look for a launcher. And nope, definitely don't have one. Let's see, launch. All right, so we'll have to put them there ourselves. So this just seems pretty normal for a place. There's some gravel up above us. It does look like it goes down to a special part of the land down here, but it really is following the water to the lava right here. Is there anything beyond? There really isn't. So it's just a nice big deep hole. Now you could, if you wanted to do, you could actually do underwater, not underwater, what you call it, caves. You could do caves down in these lushes right here, but this is a small area of lush, but it's beautiful. It definitely is. Look at this fish. Tropical. How can there be tropical? Well, that's why they're dead. I don't know how it can be warm enough for them. Maybe the lava is heating up the cave enough for that. Ooh, see, I'm in the water, so I can see into this water area right here. That is pretty. That is gorgeous. All right, let me get my above the water eyes back. Am I gonna dry out? A little harder to dry out. So I'm not going to do that too often. It takes too long to dry out. And look at the spruce. Look at these these super spruces here, which it's calling Cold Ocean. What is this here? And this is old growth pine. Oh my gosh, it's a skyrus. Look at the skyrus. No wonder it grew. No wonder it grew so perfectly. Look at the skyrus right here. Whoa. This is gorgeous. Wow. What's this? Is this actually sand? Oh my goodness. Look at those trees. This is not. This is just plain old stone. Shallow, lush caves. Look at this. Wow. Wow. Okay, let me look on the map for a second and see what I'm looking at. Am I looking at this? Look at this island. Wow, if that's not a paradise. Look at that. Let me see how big it is. Let's continue for a minute in this direction. Goodness sakes. So it's not that big. But there are stretches of it that go off in two different directions. So we have it going off here and here. What's this? We're growing kelp. That means it's warmer here. That's a little bit warmer here, but not that warm because, wait, that's not what I wanted. This right here. See the ice? This says it's still cold ocean. So this ocean is too cold for anything, but we are getting some definite kelp in this area. What is this? What's this? Dacite cobblestone. Wow. And that means that this is white sand here. Yes, it is. Okay. That's white sand. This is just so pretty. How do you build in here without ruining it? Whoa, do you see what I see? Okay, now this would be something where I would have to take off, hold on a second, where I would have to take off what I have on, take off my clothes, and ball them up in a ball, and put them in my backpack so I wouldn't have these on. Wouldn't that be nice if you could switch between, wouldn't that be tree houses? Tree houses, really? It's definitely raining here as opposed to snowing. Wow, that would be really something, wouldn't it? It would, Mr. Villager, I agree. Tree houses would be really amazing. Here's a lava pool just forming over there. So we have this whole area. I mean, this may look big, but when you start building a city, it actually isn't that big. See on the map? So we have this whole section that surrounds this little bay part right here. And then we could go this way and see how far, but I see some spruces popping up at this end, and sure enough, there they are. So we have spruce and mixed forest over here. This is a Skyrus Vale right here, and this is what? What is this? River? And dacite ridges, maple taiga. Oh, kind of similar to, wow.
Favorite flavor of taiga.
Wow. That the seas weren't deep enough. Yeah, that the seas aren't deep enough. The parts where we were using. Yeah, there's no question. Whoa. Let me look at this for a second. So both of these two completely different locations, completely different types of land here. We could join the two together. There's snow in the hills. There's snow in Demdara Hills. So obviously it's cold here. See this all up here? I don't know. honestly don't. The trees are amazing. So what is this? That is silver maple. And so we have all sorts of different maple leaves in here. And this, of course, is red maple and spruce, silver, regular maple, and red maples all in here, with some spruces thrown in. And then we come to this coastline and we have these. Look at this. Look at the mounds. Don't the mounds already look like some kind of building is there? Isn't that fascinating? That looks like I should be able to go into that and that there would be something on the inside, doesn't it? It really does. On both sides, look. It's on both sides. Ooh. Now that would be an amazing bridge across, wouldn't it? Wow. And probably almost the best place for a bridge, right in this area here. Right here, shortest distances. Look at that. That is not birch. That is aspen. Wow. Oh, I keep doing that by mistake, hitting escape by mistake there. And once again, it's nighttime. This is quite an area here with these bays like this. We've got animals. We've got sheep. And we're not in the Minecraft yet that has like the different color sheep or things like that. Sorry, people. Minecolonies isn't in there yet. Now, see these guys here? See this one here and see this here? So which land belongs to them? I'm going to say that they're sitting on the edges of their land. That this land is not theirs. Let me turn this way. It's actually sheep all down there. We're going to turn this way and go up for a minute and see how far in this direction we can go before we come to something else. And what in the world is that? Whoa. I don't even know what this is. I should know. It's Sakura. No, look at that. Isn't that some sort of witch hazel? I think this is witch hazel. It sure is. A witch hazel forest. Whoa. All right, let's make that go away. It's actually witch hazel. Let me look on the map again. Wow, look at this whole area here. Look at how we just go from one to the next to the next. This is stunning. So what I'm looking at, Mr. Villager, of course, is where would we put any farms? Where would we feel like we weren't destroying something if we put farms in somewhere? And I don't see anything yet. Let's turn to down left, or left down from where I am. Let's turn left down. I want to see what's over here for a minute. Yeah, I thought I was going to go underwater, but I changed my mind. And see. And who's this across here? This is what? Is this aspen? Yes, it is. So this is an aspen forest. Wow. You know, we could actually do another. Ooh, do you see what I see? Do you see that? That's fungus growing on these trees. It's shelf fungi. Ooh. And Chroma Hills was able to make that out. That's pretty amazing. Chroma Hills has texture for shelf fungi on the aspen trees. That makes me quite happy. Who's this around here? This right here. And this is Skyrus again. Over here. I really love the Skyrus. So let me see. How much of a circle have I done? Let's see. Oh, there I am. Okay, so we were here. Oh, we're back to here. That's why. This whole little area here is really nice, but there's no place to grow anything. So we couldn't grow any. There's not really a place. Using dead coral fan for on your trees. But now it doesn't matter. Ooh. Right here. See this whole area right here out in the sun? We could put farms out here. And that would mean that we wouldn't be destroying the forest. What is that so bright? It's just lava. Is it gonna burn the forest down? No, it's actually a pool. Okay, good. All right, we just don't want it to burn down the forest. Yeah, we would have to put the farms in this area. Farms that we would have to be in this area right here. And what's that? Wow. Let me look at this. Oh my goodness. Let me do a torch for a second. Let's put a torch here. I don't really want to get wet. I know I'm wet from the rain, but that's different from getting soaking wet. This almost looks like where we brought Bubbles back to, doesn't it? Except there were actually people living in the hills, but that was before, no, that was after the tsunami. So this could be the area. So I know it's dark, but let's, wait, you can't see anything. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you couldn't see anything. Hold on for a second. Why don't we do something here? There is a sleeping bag. These things. Why don't we take one of these for a second? I haven't really used these. What was that? A sleeping bat. Okay. Let's see if we can find some place that has a little bit of cover, like right under here on here. This looks kind of nice. And let's go to sleep. I apologize. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that. I just looked over and saw, do I want to hold on? Maybe. That it was too dark. So this is what I was looking at. This is what I was talking about. That these gravel fields here, these stone fields, could be used for farming and having the farms on the coast and housing and buildings set up in the trees and the farms set up on the coastlines. And that's probably the best way that could work. I don't think we're going to have any problem finding any kelp here. I think this is where the kelp will come from. There is sand underwater, which means there's plenty of glass. That is dacite, which is really wild. And yeah, if we wanted to, still feeling fluffy. I don't know. Let's see. I'm actually surprised, Mr. Villager, that we're still moving okay in this area. Granted, we haven't gone that far away. We could go in this direction and see what's there. Let me look on the map and see which way I'm facing, and turn myself in the opposite direction and go out this way for a minute. I think the water is going to get warm is what this is Stony Shore, cold ocean, and there's creatures, of course. Let's come across for a second. The ocean's still cold. I'm just actually really curious what there is out in this area. Now we're away from the glaciers, and that's what I want to see. But it's shallow. See how shallow it is? It's definitely shallow. This looks like an underwater volcano. Right there. Look at this. When you see corals, yeah, definitely. It will be warm. It will be too warm for what I have on. I would prefer not to do. I would like to do something snowy. Make something in a snowy area, because we don't do that very often, and that sounds like fun. What's this? Ooh, Mr. Villager, look at this. Look at this. Is this still cold here? Let me see if it's Stony Shore. Look at the villages. Look how gorgeous. Oh my gosh. A merchant campsite. Wow. Knock, knock. Hello. May I come in? Nope, no one here. Don't want to come in while you're not there. Whoa. And this is allium shrubland. Brightest coast ever seen. Look at this. Good gracious. Let me see what they're wearing. It's cold. It is still cold here. But it's definitely orchard. We don't have any coral. What's this? Is that just seagrass? They're definitely like you. They're definitely your people. Yeah. How many? Wow, look at this. Whoa. Look at this. This is a village. It's a freaking village. What? Good gracious, sakes alive. Yep, this is actually a village. Wow. Now I know that I had more kinds of heads than just this head. And that's the thing that I would love to check. But, you know, it's really interesting when I think about it that Vincentius would end up working for me. That all of these things that I want him to check and see and do and stuff would take up all his time. Because why do I only have her heads that look like this? I used to have all the heads, and now all of a sudden I only have these heads. And it's not that, yeah, it is. I don't want them all to look like this. Of all the ones to pick, not even the females, I have female heads, villagers that Nisa, I think it was, did. And I would like to have those. Where is their bell? Hold on a second. Let's go back. They did have a bell. The top of their city is right up here. I thought I saw it when I was doing this. Yeah, there. There it is. They're definitely a city. What's in here? Can I get in? There we go. Ooh, wealthy we are. Wow. Unbreaking leather boots. We've got a map. We've got wool. This is quite a chest that's sitting out there in their the middle of their town. These ruins. I don't know that these are ruins. Oh yeah, this is a ruin. But they've got all these tents. These are tents. They're made out of wool. All of these little houses. Ooh, now there's something interesting. That's a skeleton thing to do. To have the ore stay in the ground. They're beautiful. Look at this. It's absolutely gorgeous on the inside. And there's quite a few of them. But that is quite something. You think it's fancier than your large communal tents? Yeah, that's quite interesting, isn't it? There's a really long one right here. And let me see if I can find the entrance. No, it's not there. Can I go through? No. There's something stopping me from going through right there. Let's come over here. No. There's no entrance there. There's no entrance there. This doesn't have an entrance. Where's the entrance? Look at that. Where's the entrance, Mr. Villager? It looks like it's supposed to be here, doesn't it? Do I dare? Where should I attempt to go in? Or do you go in from the top? No, those aren't trapdoors. Those are structures that are keeping this up. Well, I'm going to have to go in somewhere because it's getting dark. There are two tents in one. It might have glitched. Break in the middle gray. Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's break somewhere right here. Oh, look at this. Okay, stop. Oh, I see. No, come back in. All right. Am I making a doorway for you, or am I ruining your place? Let me bring this part over and make an actual doorway. Let me get a door. What are they using for doors? They're not. Some of these are just tents. Do any of them have doors? Okay, they're going to bed. We're just going to walk through for a minute. So there's this one here. Oh, it's just a double tent. Yeah, it is. Okay, so now they can get out. I'm not going to sleep in their beds. I'm going to find a place in the corner here, like right here, and we can go to sleep right here. So let me get this out, and let's put it down. Are you not going to let me put it down? No, I don't think so, but I think we can put it right here. This is why I don't like these. I don't like these sleeping bags. To place, use while crouching. Oh, okay, I like it so much better now. I didn't understand it. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I actually like that. Oh, I like that. All right, so when we're camping, thank you very much. We'll do that. And we'll see. Yeah, that's one of 5 different views that I think her name was Misa. I think Misa. Their name, and they had a full pack of townspeople before Minecolonies that had faces for villagers. So they weren't like Minecolonies. They weren't separate people. They were actually a mod to change the faces of villagers and make them look more like, make them have a different look. And so that's why this is one of the looks. And then there were females and younger males and clerics and priests and the stuff. And so it was break the middle fences, or some of them might get trapped. Break the middle fences. Ah, there's a door. I can put the door. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, they're good. I think that'll keep them. They want to be outside. But the one that I broke into, why don't I come here and give them a door right here? And that will give them what they want, because it was all closed. So I'll give them that. The other ones are deliberately living in tents. See those right there? They're specifically living in the tents. And I love the way that looks. I love that. And this one here, this one's fine. They should be okay. They're fine. There. I don't want to do too much. I don't want to, I don't want to interfere too much in their way of life, because they're fine here. And look, see, there's some where they're living on the coast. So most of them are living in bush. Oh, it wasn't good. It wasn't long enough for me to get a tail. Let me see this one, if this is one of them that doesn't have what you call it. Is this another one that doesn't have an entrance? That's true, it is. Do I still have one of these? Yeah, let me break this one and see what I'm looking at here. Oh, there it is. Where's that door? Where is that door? That door is on the... Oh, that's odd. Look at that. Look, there are 2 separate ones inside this area. Now, yeah, look at that. Okay, so I did do something. So there's one person's little place right there, and there is a larger place here. Do you have a bed? Yes. These are gorgeous. I just love them. They're around, what, 20? I think so. It's a good size, a good number of them. And no golem, no threat. Fascinating. What are you doing? Are you taking a bath or are you stuck? Did you get stuck? I can't tell if they're stuck or if they're taking a bath. Let me take those away and make a way up, just in case. He was actually trying to get up, and this will come all the way up to there. I think he's just taking a bath. What kind of tree is this? This isn't a tree. What? This is a flower. This isn't... Oh, it's the allium. It's the giant alliums. Good. Okay, there he goes. Good. I wondered. Okay, so he can get back up. Excellent. Whoa! That's intense. That's magnificent. All right, where am I? No. Yes. So I'm out on this little tiny island where they are. And there's this island here, which is, I'm at Allium Shrub. Let me go back over to here. What is this island? Right here. That's not anything. That's not the one that I want to go to. Hold on for a minute. Let's see. No, that's a continuation of, it's the other side of theirs. I want to go that way. So I do want to go across here for a minute, I think. Yeah. Oh, that's what it is. It's the aspens. It's the aspens right there with this big gap in between, which is good for ships. You can have ships pull up. Would they be interested in joining your guys, or then just a mix-up? They seem to be great supporters of adaptation, as they praise for its world state and avoid unnecessary extraction, and might have faced a lot while wandering. That's a curious thing. Yeah, maybe so. What's this? Is this an apple orchard? That's what it looks like. The ocean's not saying it's cold here. Oh, I'm going back. Okay. All right, so let me look. I really want to stay kind of in the cold areas. So this is still cold right in here, it looks like. Oh, isn't that odd? Right there. What's that? Let's teleport to here. Okay. Well, there's no question there are glaciers right there, so this is still glacial. I thought there was a building or something right here, but I might have just seen these pumpkins. Look at this little piece of pumpkin and some sika right on the edge of this area here. But there's nothing here. Let's see. Do you mind talking with some of them in their afternoon meeting? Us on the line with them. Sure. Sure, we can do that. Let's go back. So let me see how far away we are. We're here and they're over here. I'll just teleport back. And is it raining there too? Let's look and see. But no, but the sun's going around, and you're right, they should be going. Oh, there's their meeting right now. No, not a lot of workers here. Artists, some kind of art community. Yeah, that definitely is. Uh-oh. I rang the bell and they're all going to their homes. Sorry, I rang the bell and they all went home. Wow, I forgot. No. I rang the bell and I scared them. Look. There's their first golem. Yes, they're like bohemians. And now they have their first golem. Greetings. It's like, Myrrh? What are you doing here, Myrrh? Why'd you scare them? I wasn't trying to. I was really trying to figure out, you know, who they were. Okay, well, we need to go inside because everyone can be struck by lightning. Land, is there a way? Oh, is this the one? Is this the one that has the door here now? Yes, it is. Alright, let's go over here. I'm going to clear this little part away here. Let's get this, and let's just put it right in this corner where the lamp is. I'm just going to put down, I think I can put one down. Is that something on the ground? It shouldn't be. Let's put one right here. Nope, it'll only let me put one right there, next to their beds. Alright, let's go to sleep. I don't want them to get struck by lightning. They did not have a golem until I rang that bell, and I think I scared them. And so they actually called for the gods. They called for a golem. So now they have one. Oh, I'm fascinated. I'm fascinated by this. But they're almost too far south for us. We really want to be going north to Alaska. Let's go this way. Well, these people have a different view from your people then. These people also support adapting to harsh world conditions, believe in the equality among villagers, but that's different from most of you guys who support the traditional methods and ancient ways. These guys seem to want to remodel society, view new opportunities and creative social rethinking. It does look that way. They definitely are not living traditionally, for that is for sure. And they are quite, they can be pretty. Let me get a pickaxe, because this is the second time. Let me get a pickaxe and pick out a road here for this person to get back up. Because right now there's no way up to the surface from where he is. So he can go up now. And there we go. And they can go up from here. So they're fine. And the ones that were here were getting stuck going up here, but there actually is ways up from around. So we'll leave this one. Did we open this one? I think I did, but there's no way up here. That's interesting. We'll have to see. Well, any villager who still believes in any of the first two things, still a villager for you guys. If any of them, or then all of them, are interested to mix with your people, you think most of us are for it. Cool. Well, that's cool. I will leave them that message then. Right up here, I'll leave them the message of that. And yeah, and they're listening, are interested, or just find it curious. They say they'll talk to each other about it. Let's wait for the next meeting and see their opinion. Sure, absolutely. I can do that. So it's 10 o'clock. The next meeting isn't going to be till sunset. So just for a second, let me see where I am on the map. Do I want to, let's go behind me. Let's go out this way. I know this is headed for warmer water, but I just want to see how warm it gets. Because right now we've got stony shore and we've got ocean. So this is just ocean out here. This is not cold ocean. And over in this area here, oh, there it is. It turned into cold, but look, we've got turtles. Beautiful. We've got a turtle family along this little piece right here, which is what? Do you think they did their tents from these giant dandelions? You know something they could have? That would make complete sense because there certainly aren't any sheep. So, wow. And it would also explain some of the colors and maybe why there aren't as many flowers too, if they took all the flowers. To do that, that would be quite interesting. It definitely would. These are the maple taigas here, and these are off of cold water right in this part right here, and the continuation. I went back. I see. No, I didn't. See, this is where we are. What? Oh, this is interesting. Look where this land is. This land is beginning to look like we're surrounded by land, that ocean is not that big where we are, the glacial ocean. I don't want to go too far away because we're going back, and we should head back now to where we're going to, yes, we're headed back. We should head back to the village so we can look at, we can hear their responses. And there they are. And look at this. This is pretty intense. Look at this cave over here. Look at that. Are you stuck? You are, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Let's try taking this down. And then let's take this down all the way up. So we're going to get this person to be able to come up from there like this. And there we go. Okay, so they're rescued. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Look at this. Oh, whoosh. Uh-oh. Yep, I'm a mermaid, but I'm going to put on a light here for a second. Let's go down. This looks like skeleton country here. Look at this beautiful skeleton home that goes down into the water? Seriously? A skeleton home that goes down? Ooh. Wow. Okay. I don't need that. Wow. All right. This is underneath them. This is underneath where they are. Look at this. Well, that is quite impressive. Okay, quickly, let's go back and make sure that we're at the bell. And sure enough, there's the meeting right there. And we'll just come over here. Hello, everybody. Hello. Yes, and just stand in the middle of them for a second. Yep, being pulled back to the sea, that's me. Hi. Yes. Yes, what do you have to say? Yeah? Yeah? No? It seems like, to me, and let me see if if I'm mistaken. What it seems like is that they have chosen this place specifically because there are no rules for them. There are no normal rules. Notice there are no farmers, There are no crafts people. There's no butcher. There's no librarian. There's none of those people. So in a way, this place is kind of useless for a player. A player would go, this is useless, unless they took away all their tents, because there's nothing here that they can gain. No one here is doing a traditional job where they can be taken advantage of. And yeah, and it looks like, I think you're right, that they're using something here. What is this? Yeah, so these white alliums could probably be dyed in order to make their little places, possibly. That's what they're doing. But they're going to go to bed in just a minute. The sun's going down. Everyone's sort of moving to their tents. And their new golem is watching them go to some house. Where are you going to? You're going down the mountain, go there? Okay. So it looks like everybody has a place to go to. Did I open this? Did I open it on the wrong side? I think I did. Let's do this. Let's close this part on this side and open it on the other side. Oh, I see why I didn't, because it's not easy. Terminated transition. No specialized position in society. Isn't that wild? So that's part of the reason they embraced the liberated social system and experimentation. Yeah, without a doubt. They've specifically and deliberately chosen this way of life. That's not a good way in. And there just really isn't a good place. I would have to open up this area right here where this tree is. Take this tree away from here for a minute and open this side so that they can get to their houses, get to their locations there. Let me put this in differently right there, like you were saying, and there we go. So they can get there from here, but that's the thing, from where? So let me see if there's an actual way down from where this is, from the tower right here. I want to see. At least you tried. Thanks, and sorry to make you do it, but you were possibly the only one who could carry the message. No. I'm perfectly happy to. I'm actually happy to make sure that they're happy with where they are. Let's take this away for right here. They can come down to here, to here, to here, and to there. So there is a way down this hill. If we take that away, it's much clearer that they can come down the hill this way. And I think we'll leave that as a path. We could stone it, or what you call it. I have a shovel. We could make an actual path and see for a second from here. Let's just make a path. This is what happens to me. This is what happens to me when I spend too much time with them, is that I love them and I end up doing stuff for them. So let's come here and let's make this go this way, this way, this way, this way, and then they can come 1, 2, 3, and they're up. But that at least gives them an idea of which way they can go up, and I'm good with that. Where do I want to spend the night now? I've been spending the night in the closed-in tent, Look at this tent. Isn't this lovely? Look at this. I don't want to go into their things at night and wake them up. They're already asleep. It's not that cold in comparison. It's stony. Oh, no one's here. Oh, how interesting. Okay. Why don't we just make a bed right by this fire here. We'll put a bed right here. That looks good. And we'll go to sleep. And yeah, we did. So it's rare. It's so entirely rare to find someone, to find a village like this where there is not a single person that has a and also reminding just a detail, who else do I think has systematic thought, logical, analytical, and rational opinions in terms of social order? In theory, I and them would be the same. I am pretty sure of that. They've certainly made a decision that this is the kind of world that they want, and that they are not interested. They don't even have a fisher. They don't have anyone. They don't have anyone. And now they have 2 golems. Because I'm around. They actually have 2 golems now. When we first got here, they didn't have a single golem. And this person loves being in the pool here. They can go back to here. I think I'm going to make a path. Nope, I'm going to follow. Okay, he's coming to this area. Let me do this for a second. Let's path this part that he's using, because it does go all the way up, and we can make it go this way and just take it like that, and there, he's in town. So we can do that. Let's do, and I have one there. They're finding their way up, okay? The ones who live out this way. And we can leave them. So, yeah. If there is this one group like Mr. Villager's people out here, what are the chances we might find more? Exactly. So, let's move on. We're gonna move. Let's look at where we are on the map. So we can see Arnaaluk right here. And look at this. We thought the ocean was like big and beautiful out here, and it's not out here. So why don't we go back this way? Go completely west, sort of southwest. So we're going to go this way, and let's see what is in this direction right here. I'm going to see if this is, because look how shallow this is. So even our submarines, oh my gosh, look at that ruin. Oh, mermaid ruin. It's a mermaid tower. Ooh, my people. Let's continue. Wait, let's continue this way. Now this is looking much more like ocean. It's just not deep. Although it says deep, cold ocean. So this is all cold here, cold weather. But it looks pretty shallow to me. It's deep, like down. It's got these crevices that go down in there. There's another ruin. This looks like mermaid country. Well, we do have that, you know, that place. We do have that, what's that? Is that, what is that? Is that a ship? Oh, yes, it is. Wow. Look at this. It is a ship. The books. Books and books. And what's over on this side? Rope and potatoes and a supply ship. Free! A supply ship and some rice. You can't go rice here. It's freezing. It's freezing. Wow. All right. Well, the sun's out, so it's going to take me a little bit. I think I can get dried off. So what I'm doing is going this way. So I need to turn back west. And I'm trying to see what west looks like. So we'll just turn that off for a minute. It's still shallow. It's pretty shallow, even though it is saying still cold ocean. Let me see, there's another shipwreck right there. And we're still going west. And we can certainly see an ancient mermaid city. Yeah, and look at this. So look on the map, look where we are, and look where there is Land Ho again. Look at this. So this ocean is really a lake, is really like one of the Great Lakes, because look, it's going to end up being practically surrounded by water, because here we are right here. Let's go, and there is another set. Well, no wonder the Skyrus was where it was. Let me see. So see, we were over here, and then this is Skyrus here, and now here's another castle right here. There's an actual pirate ship out in the water right there between this and us. Let's fill this in for a minute. Yes, it is. First of all, there's a castle somewhere in here. Ooh, look at the land. Oh, that's pretty. The pumpkin forests that have those giant pumpkins in them. Let me look for a second and see. Okay, so south. And let me put this up for a minute. No, not you. This. Okay, so south. There it is. There it is. There's one of those. Now that's a different one. What is this? Look at this thing. I have not seen this one. Whoa. It's a monastery. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. Wow. This is... Whoa, look, look, look. An actual golem. Wow. Are there... Oh my gosh. There might be villagers. Look at this. This is so beautiful. Look at how... I heard a villager. There are villagers. This is a monastery. I want to see what they look like. There's some spider webs. There we go. There's some of our other faces. And there we are. Yes, I wondered. Now look at that. So that is the librarian face right there. And there is the cleric face right there. And that looks like the fisher. Look at this city. Actually, it's not. It's a monastery. And look at this. Look, there's the bell. They're living in this building. Whoa. This is stunning. Wow. Look at this beautiful library they have here. I know. Seriously, Mr. Villager, I know. I have never seen anything like it, but I'm glad that you got to see some of the other faces. Cool. Cool. This is perfect. Up, they're going to bed. Yep, it's that time of night. And there they go. And the guardian is there. I think it's just them. This might be the high priest then. These fishermen might provide the librarians' priests with fish beyond their own crops. Yeah. We need to record these places. Seriously. I agree. Look at this thing. Look at where they live. Look at this down here. This, oh my gosh, look. And look at this where they have this garden here, where they actually are growing some things. Wow. This is amazing. I just love golems. They're so cool. And Chroma Hill's texture pack, which is what I'm using, Chroma Hill's texture pack, makes the golems look like this, and they're just spectacular. And this is all there is to this building, I believe. I think it is. You have around, what, 3 settlements near Arnaaluk so far? This is the 3rd. You're absolutely right. We have the settlement that had been at the coastline and then became, then moved back when the tsunami happened. And we have that settlement, but that's a more traditional one. Scroll, let me see. Maybe the region was some sort of mermaid treasure outpost, like they made it as a trap for sailors and then brought their ships deep to get their stuff. Mermaids? No, it's not how mermaids. Yeah, but we're always accused of that. But we're not interested in the gold. We're interested in the sailors. But it's one of those things when we don't have to do anything to make them crash. They crash anyway. Ships crash because of the violence of the waves and things like that. We just happen to be there. And so we rescue them. And then if they don't want to go back home, they end up in places like this. Because they're not doing anything. I mean, this is not a normal village. The Wise Women Coast, the Bohemians, and now this abbey. Yeah. This is stunning. I thought this was going to be an actual dungeon, and it's not. This is not a dungeon. This is a village right here. I should go to sleep because I forgot you can't see if it's nighttime. So let me go to sleep here. There is this room down here. No one's here. I'm not going to sleep in the bed, but I will get behind the bed and make a bed for myself. Right here, just roll out a sleeping bag and sleep in this corner right here. So we're going to go to sleep. And it is morning, and we had a golem watching over us all night. And I think we're going to leave. But isn't that spectacular? So yeah, I think we have everything. Let me look for a second. No! Yes. Yes, and there we are. Yeah, I'm just looking to see. Okay, my clothes are all dry. They got all dry and we're ready to continue looking. So let's look at the map again. We're using a map. So Arnaaluk, right here. Arnaaluk, and this is the farthest in this direction that we've been. There's an actual pirate ship out to sea right there. Do we want to go to it? I don't know that I Oops, wait, let's look at that again. Let's come back to here. Let's try and fill this in just a little tiny bit more. I'm going to go southeast. Do you mind pointing us in line with the high priest up there? Okay, hold on. Let's go upstairs and let's find the priest. Priest. You have done well. But stones are not safe here. Isn't that true? Stones are not safe. So there are two priests. Wait, no, those are librarians. There's only one priest, and that's this one. Oh yeah, I see you. I don't want to trade. I'm just talking to you. Yeah, I don't want to trade. It's like, oh, I thought you wanted something. No, no. I'm just... He's making something. You hear that? He's actually making something. The one and only. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Well, if you have a question, ask him now. What do you want to ask him, Mr. Villager? Because that... He is. He's making. He goes up to this and he makes stuff. What is he making? Let's see. He can make emeralds and he can make redstone. And that seems to be it. There's something weird going on here. See how that's off the screen? And weirdly, something weird's happening with that. Mr. Villager is talking to the priest. Priest, you have done well. But stones are no longer safe here. But we will be defenseless. What will we do when evil comes? When evil returns, we will return. All right. That's a great outfit. Great look for the priest. He absolutely is making potions. And this is one of the librarians right here. Hello. Such a pretty face. One of two librarians, I believe. Yep, there's the other one right here. Librarians. They look like nuns, don't they? Everything is done? Okay. And then the fishers, where'd the fishers go? They must have went down to fish, because they're not here right now. There's a fisher right there. Did he just open that box? He sure did. Did you hear him? He put those fish in there. Oh my goodness. I'm not taking your stuff. You don't have to call him. I'm not taking your stuff. I didn't take anything. He actually called over the golem. He called over the golem. What time of day is it? Whoops, wait a second. Not that one. This one. It is afternoon. I think we're going to bid them farewell. You need to go. Make sure if I find anything. Yes. Okay. Mr. Villager, obrigado. Thank you for being here. And yeah, I will tell you if we find anything else. That was unexpected. I was so sure that was going to be a dungeon that I almost wasn't even going to stop there. And look at this beautiful Skyrus in this area. These Skyrus hills here. They're really quite amazing. Wow, do you see that? Oh my gosh. What in the world is that? Do you see what I see? What is that? Can I get that? That doesn't exist. Whoa. Wow. That's beautiful. Wow. Look down there. It's lush, all right. How lush? How far lush? Let me look and see if it's just lava in a ravine and there's actually nothing else down here. Oh, well, we see why the mine's not there anymore, because the water and the lava overran it. See where the lava's coming out, where the mines are? Let's come here for a second. Let's take this and put here, and let's see how far back this goes. Oh, it's pretty complex. And there is a spider nest right here. So yeah, this is definitely a classic mine right here that we're walking through. And yeah, I'm sure we could go somewhere and see some things about it. But yeah, they started running into lava. And they must have ran into it in a way that was devastating, and so they're gone. They lost crew, in other words. Or they might have lost crew with the spiders being right there like that. Because see, there's this whole section down here where the bats are. And Prue, what's over there? What are you doing? Is that another? Oh, that was scary. I think that was just a bat, but that scared me. Yeah, there we go. So, I'm pretty sure that is a spider. Those are spiders right there. And let's come. Wow! Oh my gosh! Look at this! Whoa! Whoa! Oh my gosh! Wow! Hi! Jelly Bean! Hi, Jelly Bean! Hi! Welcome! I'm doing a makeup stream for the fact that I wasn't able to stream yesterday afternoon because, yeah, earth things. And let me come here for a second. Let me put this right here. And let's put this away and this for a second. So I'm going to show Jelly Bean what I look like. So this is what the reason we're on the surface is because Mr. Villager finally made me a beautiful outfit for me to wear. So there's the back of it. You can see my coat, my heavy coat, And there I am in the front. I've got a scarf around my neck. I've got a hood up, my hood up. I've got gloves on and boots and fur. And yeah, so I'm really quite warm and comfortable for being in this area. This is old growth pine taiga off of Cold Ocean. And when we look here on the map, we are right near Arnaaluk in this direction. If I did come back to these caves, because this is stunning right here. Isn't this gorgeous? We could do something down here. It would be really beautiful. But if I do, I still want to fill in that part of the water right there. Wow, look at all this road. Hold on, let me get this for a minute. This is actually, it's almost as though the mine got burned or something by lava. That's what it looks like. It looks like that the mine actually got burned. And there's not a lot of land. If we did anything, did you get switched over to the server? No, this is actually an experiment. I was really trying to see if in fact I could, without the server, actually look and see what I could find. And so this is where I'm at so far. Wow, that's actually clay sitting right there like that. Look at that clay monster. But yeah, so we're down here in this area. Oh, and look at this. It goes down even farther. Look at this platform sitting here in the middle of this whole thing right here. Look at this. Whoa. Wow, I've never actually seen these flowers in the wild before. Look at that. On clay. Look at the clay. Goodness sakes. This is stunning. You never get tired of exploring so much you forgot to do anything else. I know. Whoops. I just almost stepped off of that. It's pretty amazing. Let me move the, well, actually, let me put a torch here for a second. I'm going to go down all the way down. This is kind of like ground level down here. And I just want to see what I can see. If I see something that suggests that this goes down farther, and sure enough it does. But is there anything actually down here? Oh, of course there is. There are lava pools down here. Don't have to light that up. Redstone. This is beautiful. This is. But there it is. Is it big enough? Would this be interesting? Look, diamonds. There's water in the middle right here. I'm tempted. I'd be tempted to build something here. I really would. Can I find my way out? That's a good question. Let's see if I can find a way out of here without making a hole or something. Let me move this out of the way. Let me move this out of the way for a second so I can see. I came off of one of these, didn't I? I came off of one of these sections right here. Let me do this for a second. I do need these in my hand. They're in 8, I think, and I can put, I don't have them in my hand. There, now I have one. Just so that I can see, although I prefer that there than on the ground. So let me come here and pick that up and put that in that space. So, no, I didn't come this way because this is the first one. Ooh. Ooh. And let's put a torch there. All right. Let's see if I can find my way up to the surface from here. Did I? No, I never do. I never. I rarely, I should say. I rarely actually make note of where I come from. But there should be. Wait. They're in the. Am I in the water? There. Oh, now I'm in the water. Oh, look at this. Axolotls! I'm wet now. And that's why. Look at that big one. Didn't we come from here? No, because there's nothing here lighting this up, so we didn't come from this way. How fascinating. All right, so I put torches up. There were no torches in this cave. So any light in this cave means me, other than the, but I didn't see that water under there. So I think we came from over in this direction. Now I don't see any actual torches. And you say, how long have you been playing Minecraft now that you're still getting lost in these? That's not how it's happening. It's happening because I'm not a land person and I don't think about it in the same way. I don't know that I want to mark this because I want to be able to find a way out. And I have, that's just lichen light, and this is just an upper chamber here. This isn't where I came from. Yeah, I know, you can say it. You can say it. Silly me. I always think, well, I know how I came. No, I don't. I think what happens is I get excited and then I don't know where I came from. Look. Torches here. Oh, that's the lava. I remember some waterfalls. Didn't we follow a waterfall down? I know. I'm going to have to teleport out, but it's one of these things where how am I going to find my way back if I can't find my way? Oh well. I know I keep doing this. I know I do. I know I do. And then I'm stuck with the solid ceiling. And it's like, where'd you come from? So they're swimming in this, look at this pool here. This pool is being warmed by that magma and is falling down, all the way down from this area right here, which is really cool. I remember putting that torch there, the clay. Remember when I said, look at all this clay? And And I did put these torches in right here, but notice I didn't go back. Oh, I didn't because it didn't go anywhere. That's what happened. And I do remember that. But that's lava. There. And all this is actually lava, lighting that part up. And I didn't come from this area. There are no torches. I don't know. I mean, it's just so intense that I really do want to do something. Because it's just so beautiful. Well, there's no question we were at the mines. And when we saw the mines, there was lava. Look at all these chains. There was lava, and that lava, we figured, was the reason that the mine actually probably burned. Look at this. Look at this right here. It's lighting these up like him. And these are like, and there's another one of those. And there's the torch. I keep coming back to the same place, don't I? I think I do. All right, so why don't we do this? Why don't we go to the map and see? And the map is only showing the surface. So there's the monastery right there, and we're in the hills right here. And look at that there. That's suggesting that there's an opening there and an opening there. So there's actually an opening right here. Oh, I remember that. I came from here. There's an opening up here somewhere. Because I remember those those gravel barges. Let's look at the map again. Ah, but now we're away from it. See where we are? It's not anywhere near. Sorry about that. Where that is. The place that we were looking at on the map. Looks like it should be over here. So let's look again. And now we're worse. Oh, look what we passed. We passed, oh, how interesting. We passed to the other side of the river. And we actually need to go straight north right here. And yet this part, I remember, but we would need some up or something, or some way. And I remember that. And we didn't go there. Look how big this one is. How big that piece is. Let's look and see on the map. Yeah, see, this is where we're at. This is it somehow. That's my torch. That is my torch. Nothing else. All right. So what I'll do is I'll teleport then, since I can't find the actual way. I'll teleport out. And then we'll have to figure out how we got here and come back. Because wouldn't this be wild to do? This would. Here's one of my torches. I remember when we went to that. And from here, we came down here, so we were coming from someplace. Look at the clay. Remember when we saw this beautiful clay up here? Mr. Villager, welcome back. And this looks familiar. Remember when we saw the water coming down? And then we've got this, and this is what we get to every time, where I can't find the way out. Okay. I think I just went around in a circle because I'm back to here. I just love that look right there. That would just be incredible. All right, so let's come here and let's come to, where do I want to go? I was trying to match up these two areas here. So I still want to be on the surface. Why don't we just go here? Why don't we teleport to here? We're going to teleport out of that area, and we did. And we're on the very top of the monastery that we found earlier, which is full of prismarine. Goodness sakes. Okay. And so I believe that we went down into here, but I'm not sure now. So, an abandoned mining operation. Yeah, it's not only abandoned about the discoveries. Yeah, I haven't actually yet that we discovered this entire tented area. I think Jelly came in when we were here. Is that a fox crossing over? It looks like it, yeah. But this, I thought this was going to be a dungeon, and in fact, it's actually a village. It's actually a monastery, and it is full of people. It's full of villagers. There they are, the priest and one of the librarians. There is one priest, 2 librarians. I think there are 3 fishers. The fishers are downstairs during the day, and we actually were standing here looking in this box, and the fishers saw us and actually called a golem to come over to make sure that we didn't take anything. And then they have this room over here. Oh, it has a 3rd floor. No, that was the roof actually, but there's no way up to it. It's just the roof section. At least I don't think so. We'll see in just a second. So this is the 1st floor right there. This is the 2nd floor right here, and I don't see any stairs or anything leading up here. See, it's just a wow. It's just a beautiful ceiling. High ceiling is what it is. And I think it's getting dark. So what time is it? It is, sure enough, it's 5:30. So the sun's going down. We'll stay with them again tonight. This is their bell right here, so it is a legitimate village. And not everyone seems to have come upstairs tonight, so we'll see where they went. I was looking for the fishers. Remember the fishers that were here? I don't see a single one of them. Oh, but there's a sound. Can't get stuck in here, can they? No. these are wells. These are actually wells that I have here. And we did look at this before, but it's getting dark, and that means that you won't be able to see. So I think I'm actually going to, actually, they might still be out there. Yeah, I think they are. I think we're going to out fishing. Let me look first at something for a minute. Let me see if they actually got out and didn't and can't get back in. I don't see them. Oh, there's a little fox made that little beep sound. No, I don't see them. So let me come back up here and see if they came to bed. So there's them. There's 2 golems. Yeah, the fishers aren't here. So the first time we were here, there were fishermen. And maybe they go away and fish. That's what they do. They go out to sea and fish, and then they come back. I'm making up a story. But it's too dark. I just realized it's too dark again. So we'll come over here where we were. We can sleep here. Both golems are upstairs. I heard someone walking. That almost sounds like they're coming back, doesn't it? But I don't see them. I might just hear the ones upstairs. Yeah, I think so. All right, so let's do this. Let's put down a bed. You think you know what to do from now on? We can all help each other. Basically, the most perfect bridge. Oh, well, I'm glad. Excellent. Let's take this down. And I've got it in this hand. We're going to scrunch here. We have to scrunch down and roll out the bed. And we did. And now we're going to sleep. Helping number 1, 2, or 3, or 4 settlements simultaneously. Helping them how? How do you propose that we help them? They're not actually asking for help. They actually aren't, Mr. Villager. They seem to be quite happy on their own. Now, we did help the Bohemians because they had some areas where it was difficult for them to climb back up. They were in some rocky areas and they couldn't climb back up. I don't see the fishers, which probably means that they went out to fish way out here, and they'll return when they find enough fish to feed the community, because we did see them and now they're not anywhere around. And there isn't any place for them to like drown or anything. It's not a thing where they would be grabbed. At least I don't think so. By a player. So, yes. So, one more time, I'm going to look at the map for a minute. I keep doing that. I'm going to look at the map. What we were trying to do was fill in this area here, because there's Arnaaluk, the boundary for Arnaaluk right there. And I wanted to fill in this area between the two of them, which means going southeast. So when we look here, we want to be facing this way, and go this way. So, whoops, once again. So let's rise up and let's head straight out over these trees. We are far too, you're too far to help them directly, but through the communicators you gave us and our instructions, we will benefit from its results. Probably next stream, we will be able to calculate each other's needs. All right, that would be good. What is this? What is this? Is this dacite? Look at the dirt color. Hold on, what is this saying? This is crimson tundra. Whoa. Look at this. We're supposed to be going this way still. So we're still headed in this direction. Crimson. Oh, black ice from the tsunami. We've got some black ice over here. I think it's black ice. That looks like black ice. Oh yeah, look at that. Packed black ice. Wow. Wow, packed black ice. Let's continue. We're supposed. What is this? What's that? Whoa. 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 Look at this. Wow. I don't know whether I should go down or not. I'm afraid. Yes, after the tsunami, there are mountains in black ice. The tsunami was weird. I don't know, the way we described it was it just dug up all this dirt, and the dirt caused it to be this black ice. And so on our coastline, we had this black ice as well. This is amazing. Yeah, nah, I'm not going down there. I'm sorry. I'm not. So, yeah. So there's some ice that moved in. See all this where the ice is frozen in these areas here. Wow, that's a nice ravine in this part, and we're headed in this direction still. Now there is another skeleton castle somewhere in this area, but I'm not seeing it right now. We're still going. There's our ice right in this area here. And hold on for a second. See this black ice? This is from the tsunami. And a lot of it melted and has gotten, the tsunami was years ago now. So a lot of this area, some of this area doesn't have as much black ice as where we were. Would it be a waste if we try to find another settlement? I don't know. Let me see where we are. Let's look. So see, I was trying to fill this part in right here. So let me go here for a second, which would be straight east this way to connect the pieces, on the map for a second. We should start to see Arnaaluk in a little bit. And this is frozen ocean. So this frozen ocean is practically really like a great lake. Although, look how far, and we still haven't reached. I don't know this boat. I don't know this boat. This looks like a Minecolonies boat. Look at this boat here. But it's got a... Oh, man. It's got a mob spawner on it. That does look like skeleton, doesn't it?
Who wants to fight?
Who wants to fight? You're not supposed to be able to. Oh my gosh. Holy good night. Oh my gosh. Wow. This is stunning. So they're trapped in the ice. And he's not going to fight me. It's pirates. Yes, it is. And I can't click on him. They're not going to fight me because of the treaty. But they are actually spawning. And that's Minecolonies. That's a pirate ship. That's a pirate ship. Let me see what's over here on this land. Let me look at the map. Look how close they are. Look at them. They just spawned right there. And this is the reason why we have druids. This is the reason we have druids. Look how close this is. So we're not being unrealistic by not, I mean, we are Alderaan. We're very peaceful. But we recognize that there are things out there. And so we do have druids with defensive weapons that we rely on, that make the people, all the rest of the community, feel safe. Because they know that if there was some kind of breakdown in the treaties and stuff, they do have fighters. They do have some druids. And they love archery. So how far away are we going? Let's come here and look. There I am. So I'm sort of wandering through. But now we have this circle right here with this space right here. So it's like the size of a great lake or something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right here and teleport to here. And let's come here. We're going to spend the night in this forest. And then we're going to go. These are white sands. The moon is rising in the east. Right there. Why don't we sleep on these sands? This looks so beautiful right here. So let's take out our sleeping bag and let's come here and let's put it on the ground. This would be quite a night, wouldn't it? Could you imagine if you were doing this? Wow. Oh my gosh, look at that view. Look at that view. Will you keep exploring until next stream? I'm actually looking for a place to put another city. And that is what I'm looking for, in all honesty. So let's go to sleep. So yes, as a matter of fact, I'm going to do a Twitch stream in the morning. I'm going to do the Twitch stream. And then we'll go from there. But I came to here so that I could connect this spot here. So I need to go north. And so that means turning this way. So that we can connect these two land masses. So I can see that this is a giant lake. This frozen ocean, the thing they're calling frozen ocean, is actually a giant lake. And now it's just so fascinating to me to understand why the Skyrus was able to grow, because it's cold weather. Skyrus and the spruce are cold weather trees. And here's another area of Skyrus in a different section. And what are we looking at? We still have some time. Now look what's happening. See the sharpness there? See how wide we've made it? Holy good night. That's why it was taking so long. What? Do you see those lights? That means there's 3 more of those things. I knew there was another castle. So these are in the air because of the tsunami. Oh my gosh. This is insane. Whoa. This is impossible. Holy good night. This is monstrous. This is not on the ground. Look at that ladder sticking out there. Oh my gosh. Look at it peeping in and out, the smoke. That looked like a ladder. It is a ladder. What is this? Well, there's no question that this is in fact a dungeon. And we would absolutely have to have a torch in our hand, which we have, to light this up if we were going to go in here. Oh my goodness. This is one of, we're headed for one of the halls. Wow. It's so big and scary. But look how pretty this is. Look at this area. What's that? Look at those switches. This is like a well or something. Whoa! We have got copper and redstone lanterns. Holy good night. Goodness sakes. Let's come up. This is a machine that does what? Look, there's a library across the way. Look, see, it's a seat. What is this? Whoa. Whoa. Let's go across to the library over there. Where's my torch for a minute? I have a torch in my hand, which is why I'm going across here. Wow. This is amazing. This is wild. Can we get over on this side? Whoop. Ooh, we can. Okay. Aha. Inhabitants. And the inhabitants are... I don't know what that is. Does anyone recognize what that is? In there? I honestly don't know. But it's not taking shape, so that means that it is more than likely Wow, look at this. It's more than likely a mob as opposed to the pirates and the like. Look at this. Well, obviously this machine is what's keeping this thing floating. That there's this whole structure. A skeleton in red armor and diamond boots. Red armor? That doesn't look like a skeleton. That doesn't look like a skeleton. Hold on. Redstone and iron ingots, but let's continue up. I have a torch in my hand, which is what's enabling me to see. And yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks like that this structure is part of something that is keeping these buildings in the air. And we've reached the end. Look at these. Look at these banners. Now those are different. Let me see if I can capture these. Let me come here. Welcome to the machine. How fascinating. There's a yellow banner and a blue banner. And I think that's a blue banner too. Let me see. Yep, so it's blue banner, yellow banner. Those are cool looking. We'll take those back. That's the only souvenirs we'll take. We'll take the banners, because look at them. That is really nice. Okay, so this is one of the places. Let's come down here. And yeah, it definitely looks like a machine. And we'll go back down. And we're headed all the way back down, I think, to the entrance. Ooh. No, that's not the entrance. Yeah, that's where these tree things are, right here. The libraries. And then this part right here. That's different from the other one that we saw. Ah, here we go. I remember when we came in and we said that's the well. And we came from someplace. And that went down even farther. Did we come from here? No, there it is. There it is. So we came from here. And here it is. And there's... Oh my gosh. Good gracious. You could spend your life just looking at these. And on the map... Whoa! It's a skeleton capital. But that didn't look like skeletons. That didn't look like skeletons. I don't know what kind of capital this is, but that's intense. Look how huge that is on the map. And our puny little place right here. Oh my God, with this monster right there. All right, so we're here. So now we need to go southeast again. So we're going to turn around and head in this direction across the water just to fill in the water in this area. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Those things belong to, the biomes we've gone, I think, or better dungeons. I think that I have both of those. And I think that's what those belong to. Now, that machine seems to not only sustain the space and air, but also create a thermal ambience that allows the thriving of its own ecosystem to exist inside. And exists inside it, second what you saw about it. I think that's a good guess. I like that. That's a good story, too. Definitely is. We're headed in this direction here. This is cold ocean. And there's actually seaweed in this part of the ocean. Even though no seaweed is growing in our part of the ocean, there is seaweed growing here. The only seaweed we have growing is the seaweed that we have magma blocks heating the area to make it warm enough for the seaweed to grow where the fissures are. We're back to here, so I think we did close it, but let me look. Yes, so see, we're coming back into this area right here, and this is what I want to see, because look at this ridge right here where we are. So we're going to keep going in this direction over this. I know you can't see. I thought you could. Let me not do this in the dark. Let's come over. This is all packed ice here. Let's come back to here. I'm going to come to a little area here. And there's a little bit of covering right in here. Do I have a torch? There's a torch. See right here? I think we'll just, that's not going to fall in. Why don't we just make a scrunch here? There we go. Why don't I put this next to this so that I know that it's there? And we can scrunch down. We have to move back and put something there. Let's put a torch right here so that I can see. No one's going to sneak up. It's just a little cave opening here, but we're out of the wind and we can go to sleep. What you saw, if its pipes might lead water and steam heating and watering the plants when necessary, and it seems the system used to be manual but failed in unuse due to the operators being missing, like everything. It was basically a core, and if we think it was only one of the floating machines, what else can we expect from the others? I agree, that's only one of them. So you can imagine what the other ones of those look like. It's daytime, we're gonna go back out. And here we are. We're on this field. So we are supposed to be going this way to connect the waters there. So we're gonna rise up. And there you see our black ice is back from the tsunami. And you can see the clear ice, the frozen water, frozen black water, and then you can see the actual packed ice in this area. And let me make sure I'm going the same way. I am. We're headed. So look at this. So see this? So see where this stretch of islands was right here and right off to here. And let me see if I can find those people. There are the people right there. So that's the island that has people on it. And we're right here. We saw, I believe that's the ship. No, we didn't go out to that ship. We could close this area. There's something. Let's close this area by going which way? Let's look at that again. Where are we? We would have to go northeast. So let's come here. Let's turn this way just for a minute so that I can go in this direction and just connect the blocks. So see all the tsunami damage when the tsunami came in and all of this. There used to be land here and trees. And see how these trees are stranded right here? Because all of this used to be forest before the tsunami. So for those of you who haven't been here in the beginning, there was actually a glitch in the matrix. And let me see what this is saying. It's cold ocean. A glitch in the matrix, actually a glitch in my Minecraft. And we had been here for probably a month or two. And then something happened, and Vincentius Primus had to actually rebuild the world to keep me from losing the mine colony. But when he did rebuild it, this black ice appeared everywhere. We didn't have the same landscape. Now this is Minecolonies. This is a Minecolonies ship. This, how much do you want to bet? Oh, but it's got, let's see. Oops, someone's spawning. Did someone just spawn? If someone spawns here, it means it's Minecolonies. If they don't spawn, yep, there they are. Who we got? Are those Norse? I think they are. I think we're spawning Norse fighters. Of course they are. Look at this ship. It's a Norse ship. But yes. So this is what the... Wow. Nicely done, Minecolonies. I love it. Look at that. There are 2 archers and an axeman. And there's some other people down below. There they are. And this is cool. Oh, and look here. There's some knights. And their armor. And the ship is wet underneath.
Who wants to fight?
Who wants to fight? They're sinking. And this is what happens. So the ship is damaged. And what we would do, what mermaids do, is we would say to them, if the ship sinks, we'll say to them, do you want to go back to your people? Or do you want to start someplace else? It's not only has an ecosystem inside it. Wait a second, hold on. So Mr. Villager is in chat continuing to talk about the floating dungeons that we found. And he's saying, agree, if we analyze its space and then its capacity, it could be a system that could also house, even if we consider all the floating machines, around hundreds of villagers sustainably. I think you're right. A greenhouse which could be remodeled into a set of rotating plant beds and shelves, study rooms which could be remade into workshops and extended to study areas. And with its empty compartments, it not only has an ecosystem inside it, but it also could be shared among different harmonious ecosystems that can sustain each other, only making a few adjustments. And it would be perfect for to fit everyone's needs. It's gorgeous, I admit. It's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. Let me see something on the map. Do they know where they're going? Do they actually sense that there is a town in that direction? I can't tell for sure. I'm facing this way, and the town is down this way. And they're going, yes, they can. They know exactly where we are. They know exactly where we are. They just can't swim that far. So it'll be interesting. It's not just gorgeous, it's a mechanical marvel. Yes, it is. It absolutely is. I agree. So he's decided, he was thinking he was going to go, and then he's like, it's too far. It's too far. And it's like, yep, it is. It's too far. So everybody else went back into the ship, and there's just him. And because I came over, they're going to respawn. So I should go. I should go away. But there they are. You can see them on the map. Vikings. I didn't think it was possible for them to actually spawn. But Minecolonies, I think, has them able to spawn in the world, in a creative world, which is pretty amazing. Yeah, so I did. And they're wonderful. The armor and what they're wearing just is beautiful, with their shields on their backs. And she's got one there. That is really nice, like a double shield. And these are archers in their hoods right here. And there's some more knights of different classifications, but they're knights spawning here. And yeah, they're trying to figure it out. Let me go in for a second. So there are 3 spawners actually in here. I think there's one underneath, but the boat is sinking. The boat's actually sinking. And so when you come down into here, it's actually underwater. Right here.
Who wants to fight?
And so they're floating down where their beds are. I should sponge it out for them. Do you want me to? I can. I think I will. Let me get a sponge. Let's sponge it out for them. Let's see if I can find where the break is, where the water is coming from. Down here. There's some place that's letting water in. Whoa. And I can't see where it is. But see, the water's coming back. Oh wait, it's not. Oh good. Okay. No, let's put that up and that up. Put that there. Okay. Yeah, I just, I can't stand it. I don't care that they're the enemy. They can't get to us. And I don't want them, I want them to be able to sleep at night. So the ship is full. And look at them. they have an idea where we are. And if we look on the map, we can see why. That's not that far away. But it's enough. It's enough away. Sink, sink. Nah, we don't have to worry about them. And besides, mermaids will come. Mermaids will come. They're technically not supposed to be here, but they're not doing anything. They're not attacking. There's no one in this area. So you like the archer's clothing, the cape, the hood? Seems comfy? Yeah, it does. I like the knights too, with the double shield, the one on their back and the one that they're holding. So I like that. I like both of those. It's going to get too dark for you to see. There are these trees right here on this coastline. And I think I'm going to find a place again that's not too windy. Well, why don't I just sleep where they are? If I sleep where they are, we're going to have hundreds of them if I sleep here. But it is the best place to sleep. So we're going to go into the ship that I just fixed for them. And we'll go downstairs. Here's the stairs right here. I'm not going to sleep in theirs, but I can make... Oh, I didn't finish this one here. I didn't get that one. Hi, you. Let me get the water out of here. Ooh, captain's quarters. Look at this. Okay. I suppose I could. Is that flooded also? Is it flooded back in here? Yeah, it is. Okay. So I'm going to sleep back here with the seaweed. I'm going to scrunch down right here. We'll put a little place here. And then we're going to go to sleep.
Who wants to fight?
Here we go.
Who wants to fight?
Okay.
Who wants to fight? Who wants to fight?
All right. There he is. Look at him. Look at him. Does he look like the leader? Definitely does. There's only one of him. So we have some, they get a certain distance from the ship and then they start turning back because it's too far. And I am right here. And I think now that we have that part, let's go to here. I'm just going to teleport to here because I want to do this for a second. How much time do I have? I have a little bit of time left. So right here on the map, we just closed that. See that part right there? That's what I was trying to do. Close that part up on the map right there. So now we can see that the place where Arnaaluk is actually a giant lake. It's actually a giant lake. Now it looks like there's a way, but we would have to go to here maybe, which is across from where they are. Go to here to see if... Whoa. Hello, horsies. I was like, horses. Horses are near me. To see where this heads to. So these are horse country. Does that look like desert, not beach? And let's go that way, which is northeast. So we're going to face this way and see. That's definitely sand. And it's saying that this is prairie. It's saying this is prairie in this area right here. And what it's also saying is it's not saying this is cold. Look at this right here. So let's see if this part right here of the ocean is actually cold ocean. We're still going in the same area. And I've got the tuck right here. I think this is going to go straight to our Bohemians if I continue on in this direction. Up, not too fast. Not too fast. Not too fast. Okay, let's look at the map. And where am I? Oh, ooh. So there is a strait right here that you can go through. So one in this direction, and let me look. Oh, you said no because they were doing drills. A shield maiden, yeah. Yes, indeed. Let me see again. We want to turn this way. And let's see for a second. They're the horses. Seriously? Look at this. Oh, a battleship. This is a skeleton battleship. This is indeed. I do not think that this is... I'm almost positive that this should actually be skeletons. But we'll see who spawns. That looks like skeleton heads to me. Now, skeletons won't spawn. They're not going to break the treaty. So this is another battleship like the one that is in the ice, in the iceberg, that's trapped in the iceberg. But look at this thing. That is gorgeous. Are you broken or just open? Doesn't it look like seating here? Curse of binding. Thorns. Wait, what? Nether quartz. Whoa. Emeralds. And of course, those are actually, they're dead buried in those cases there. Okay. And now let's look, and there we have it, pretty much. So we just have this area right here. Teleport to here. And there I am. I'm just waiting for the world to spawn in for a minute. So, and then let's look on the map, and sure enough, so all of this looks like it is the glacial ocean, frozen ocean is what this is. There's some big something over here, which isn't. And let's look when we look here. So that's spreading this part right here. this is actually empty right here. So this part is ocean. And then there's almost kind of like a land bridge right there. But this part is definitely frozen. Well, there you have it, people. Be filled in. Is this ours or is this another one? This is another. So you can see that at one time MERS used to be here. When it wasn't frozen, there were MERS here. This is definitely not ours. By ours, I mean the one at Arnaaluk. So that means there's a second one. Look at this. Ooh, it was a little city. Whoa, look at the ruins. Wow. But that's how long ago it was. See, and you can see that the ruins towards the end, they started trying to include heat in these. Wow. In order to try and stay here, but finally it was too cold. This is when the oceans were changing and this was all freezing. There are a little more in the other side of the temple. Yeah, there are. Let's come over here. Let's look. Ooh, we've been finding lots of clay. So, yes, this is what he was saying. And look at this. Whoa. Yes, indeed. Look at this. So this was quite a big mermaid city. And look how beautiful. But it's just ruins now. Proof, gold, our gold that we put in our hair. That's the gold we wear in our hair. And we're going to come out. But look at it. That's pretty amazing. So how far are we? And look how close. So the pyramids that are here are part healing through hot springs, exit vents. Interesting. Heating. Yeah, heating. Isn't that interesting? It obviously looks like heating, the way it's located in the housing, the way it is. I just think that's fascinating that they were using them. So this is the reason why my people were saying, yes, the Druid Sanctuary can be in this part of the ocean because this is our ocean. We haven't been here in millennia. There's no question that we don't live here. When I'm underwater, I can be like the salmon. And when I'm underwater, I am pretty, I have my tail function. Let's look for a second. See, I have my tail, comes out. These coat that I have on gets pretty wet. And I'm going to have to squeeze it out and let it dry. But most of us never had this luxury. Yeah, we only use it for our hair. We don't do anything else with it. Hair and jewelry, you know, jewelry and things like that. But yeah. So yeah. Let's look on the map and see where we are because now it's dark again. And so we have these different areas, but that other temple is right around this area here. And then we know that we have our temple right in this area, right here. In this area right here is the other temple. And then we just have this line right here. And that's it. So let's go back. I do want to do some more exploring. I really loved that cave that was near the monastery. And I'm wondering if we could do a combination of cavern style. Now we know where we are. This is the... No, this is a second ship. Oh, another ship that the tsunami crashed into a glacier. Oh, wow. That is actually a second ship. That's not ours. See, there's our ship right there. Where am I? I'm way over here. See where I am? There's a second ship that the tsunami crashed into. There's the battleship that the tsunami crashed. But that ship we hadn't seen before. A second stabbed sailor. Yes. Yeah, definitely. Look at that. Look at it. See, it just was brought up by the high wave and just crashed into that glacier. Wow. That's intense. Okay, let's look on the map here and see what we want to fill in. Let me find myself. There I am. So I've got this little bit here and this bit right here. And the Bohemians are way up here. This is where the Bohemians are. Now it does look like maybe beyond that goes out to more water. But we do know that over here is land. And why don't we just go here for a minute? Right to here. Let's teleport to there. And sure enough, land ho. Ooh, but it's nice and sheltered right here. It's down in a hole. Why don't we put a torch right there so we can see, and we'll put a bed right here. Have to get beyond that bush right there. It's not going to let me. There's something in the way there. Are you saying you're in the way? There we go. Oops. Okay. And now we can go to sleep. So you can see. Welcome to the machine. Yes, Mr. Villager, you're right. They're calling that the machine. So yeah. Let me do something here for just a second. I don't think I have any water left. I've got about 10 minutes. Hold on. But I'm feeling a little thirsty. I haven't been drinking every half hour like I would on Twitch. But that's because I have a constant reminder there. Commercials. So let me see for a second. Oh my gosh, I'm sleepy. So we teleported to here just so that we could show that this was solid ground right here. And that means going north, but let me look again. It definitely does, right here. So this is where Mr. Villager's people were. And there is a castle, or I should say a skeleton. I think it's still here, but we'll see. But notice, see how this black ice is all over this area here on the coastline? This wasn't here before when we first started. You can actually go back and look, because the beginning of Arnaaluk is actually available for you to see. So you can see that when we first got here, none of this black ice was here. This is the result of the tsunami. And when we were looking for Bubbles' home, we did find some really cool little group of villagers living in this area. And I don't know whether they picked up and left or whether they're still here. But yeah, we actually did find a little group in this part right here. So on the map, we have just filled in a little bit more that part. And should we just go out here? We could go to this glacier or this glacier. Let's try one more. We'll teleport to here. And here we are. There's magma. Let's get on something. Let's get out of the water for a second. We've got lots of salmon in this area. So we know why the polar bears are here. I'm just waiting for it all to spawn in. So now, dun 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 dun. So we can come a little bit here. Am I talking about the wise women? Yes, I am. Yeah, so see, so all of that, all the black ice that is right in this area here, that was in the area where they were. And they moved. We have a little group that moved out beyond, and they're right here. And now we know that way over here, there is that monastery right here. And see the black ice here? There's another one back in this area, but we're not going to be able to see it today. So we are, let's find ourselves on the map here. Yep, there they are. So see that right there? I see that thing that looks like a castle? That's one, but that's the one that was on this coastline where that disappeared. There was a castle right here and a dungeon, and it disappeared. And those are just trees right there. And so that's pretty much it. That's pretty much everything. I know I can come, I think I'm right around here somewhere. There I am. So I could just sort of like fill that in for a second by going this way a little bit. So let's rise up here and let's go this way a little bit to fill some of that in. Actually, this way a little bit more. I think we found most of what we can find, and wow, what an unexpected find. It was unexpected. It absolutely was. And just gorgeous. And so let me see if I'm actually doing anything with the map. I am! Yay! You see that? So we can see the glaciers there. How many villagers do we have in this region? Probably around, yeah, probably around 30. The Bohemians actually seem like the largest group of people that we have. Let's go this way, which is this way. The Bohemians actually seem like the largest amount because there seemed like there was like 10 of them or something. And the monastery didn't have a lot. There's a sunken ship there. And we're still going down in this section. And let's go straight south this way, and we will pretty much have mapped this part. So yeah, what I really would like to do is have a city on the surface. So in 20 I have Prasino and I have Rosa Oru. Prasino is in the groves and Rosa Oru, and so we have technically a true nation, probably 145 villagers if Mr. Villagers were nearby, because there was that group of villages where he was. Remember, there was that strange cropping where there were 5 villages all practically on top of each other, which is really rare. Nope. Yay! And there it is. So we have that part. We have some parts that we still have to do. But we can see places where there is water and places that are definitely land. And we can see the ice, the tsunami caused by the earthquake. And so yeah, it's pretty wild. I wonder if that would be wild if that's the reason the mermaids left, was that some sort of volcano or something erupted and all of this area froze. Make the map pretty. Yeah. So we have, I want to try and put another city-state in somewhere. And right now I'm looking at where the Bohemians are. I don't really want to get too close to this. I would rather go where the Bohemians are in this area right here. There are a bunch of places where we could build in the trees, and yet we have these shorelines that we can actually put farms on. And I like the idea of that, so that we're not ripping out the trees, these beautiful skyrises, in order to have something. What's that? What's that? Mr. Villager, do you see that? How much time do we have? We have a minute. We have to go there. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, it's in the air. What are we? Oh, it's the ship. I forgot about the ship that was out here. Remember? Whoa, I totally forgot about this ship. Totally forgot about it. That is so crazy. This monster ship. This is a ship. And these are, what are they called? What are these birds called? Javelina. Look at this thing. Isn't it gorgeous? What are these? Don't antagonize it. Seriously. Seriously. But yes, I totally forgot. Look at the shadow this thing is making on the ground. Phantoms. Thank you. Phantoms. Hold on. Wow. I forgot about this ship. Look at that jet. Is that crazy? Look at that thing. I totally forgot about it. I totally did. It's amazing. And that is going to be our close for today. I still have to make a decision about some place. So in most of my places, I try and have it looks like a giant phantom. Yeah, it does. It definitely is in the shape. It sure is. Man, oh man, that's intense. So everybody, thank you so much for being here with me. That was really fun. I know it's dark. I'll turn this way. Should I have a torch in my hand? Let's put a torch in my hand. There, that's better. And I want to find some place that's cold. I want to find some place that's cold on the land that we're actually going to build. Is it like a queen phantom and her spawn traveling? I like the idea of that. Yeah, look at that. Wow. That's really quite fascinating. We can look at it if you want. So that's why the cartographers are so engaged in their work sometimes. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. To get all of this mapped beautifully. Now, we've seen that ship before. We've come across that ship. I just forgot that it was out there. And yeah, but thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. And Jelly Bean, thank you so much. Thank you for being here, Mr. Villager. Obrigado. Obrigado. Thank you. And thank you for this beautiful, beautiful snowsuit that allows me to be on land, guiding her babies. Yeah, I think so. You want to find one? Wouldn't that be amazing, Jelly Bean? You should be able to. Aren't we using the same seed, I think. So yeah. Yeah. So this is my new outfit. And I'm going to turn around so she can see the back. And there's the back of my clothing right there. I've got a scarf on. I've got fur around my boots. And yeah, and then I've got that coat. You can still see my gold band and my crown. Love it, makes you want to go find snow and wear it. Exactly. Exactly. And so this is what we're doing. It definitely is. Yeah. It wouldn't be that amazing if it was able. Oh, Mr. Villager is talking about the Phantom ship. If the Phantom ship was able to, look at that. Look at that up there. That's just so cool. It is. That's good. That's good right there. I'm gonna do another. Okay. For all of you who are watching, thank you for watching. Enjoy your games. Enjoy watching all the other gamers. That music in the background is Drone Hands. Drone Hands is on Twitch. He's on YouTube. He's on Bandcamp. And now we're going to listen to Vincentius Primus, who is on Bandcamp with Excitable Me. He's on regular page, excitableme.com. There's not much there, I don't think. He's still working on that. And on, on Bandcamp, you can find some of the music. And so here we go. One of those pieces is a piece I'm going to play right now. It's the end piece, and Vincentius Primus wrote it. Let's go. Bye for now, everyone. It was so fun. Part of you would be scared, people poopless, and the other part would be in awe. It's intense. It would be an intense thing. First of all, you would need to be able to get to it with by flying. So you'd need to have rocket, and you would have needed to have gone to the end in order to get it. And then thirdly, there are things there. You saw the Hoglin. So there's lots of stuff. You are welcome. Bye for now. Bye for now, everyone.